So hey y'all, I'm back with another video. So tonight's video is yet again another Chioma Chats video on camera edition. Y'all already know what we about to do. Get up y'all, we about to cue that theme song. Chioma Chat, Chioma Chat, Chioma Chat, Chioma Chat, Chioma Chat, say Chioma Chat, Chioma Chat, Chioma Chat, say Chioma Chat, Chioma Chat, say Chioma Chat, Chioma Chat, say grab a snack and bring it back. Hey, Chioma Chat. It's Chioma Chat, say, hey, get it, twerk, and it's Chioma Chat. Hey guys, I am back once again with another on-camera video. As you guys can see, I am changing up my backdrop a little bit. This is definitely still not the setup. I'm in my filming room though, so at least that has changed, but I'm still trying to look around and figure out where I should set up at. I do have like one empty corner that I'm probably gonna use. I'll insert like a video of how things have been going. So I know I've been asking for a lot of feedback and some of y'all are like, well, you know, other people are doing this and you're not doing this and and your content and your thumbnails. Baby, we trying, okay? So you guys will definitely get like an actual setup. For me, I feel like it's been a long time coming. I've never had like a natural high class setup that represents me being the pretty pink popping girl, you know what I'm saying? I love pink. So yeah, that is that, and I'll update as we go, but for right now I'm just on my guest bed with a little cozy pillow, so let me know what y'all think. But by the title, we're going to be talking about the very real consequences of unrealistic beauty standards, like I've always talked about this, and basically how they have materialized in real time through the example of Vanna, who was the 21, now 22-year-old contestant from Love Island USA season 7. Love Island has been doing a lot, and we're going to talk about Sierra in my next video, so if you're looking for that, stay tuned. It'll be up right after this. I'm actually going out with one of my pageant sisters today. We're going to like a bar here in Atlanta that does like a Love Island USA ladies night, and I can't wait because I've never really been out to the clubs yet, or it's not really a club, it's well, everything in Atlanta damn near a club, but I'm just happy that I get to finally hang out with some people. Y'all know I did my live stream just basically saying I haven't found my community, so I'm happy that I get to do things that I like with someone else. But I did want to touch on this because this was a viral story, and honestly, when I first saw Vanna, I kind of got sad, okay? So in this video, I'm not necessarily here to tear this girl down. I'm actually here to talk about what it means when 21-year-old women are walking around with faces and bodies that look manufactured before they even graduate college, okay? Because this is bigger than just this one girl. I definitely think it's a cultural shift that we're watching unfold in real time. Like, the Instagram look is no longer just like a filter, it's actually people's real faces. And when that face doesn't match the age, I definitely think it's jarring, because when I saw her, I was shocked. I've talked about this before, like I said, and I always get hit with the, you know, let people do what they want, and how is this affecting you, and you're just a hater, you wish you could afford filler, etc., which literally I had an allergic reaction yesterday, which is why I've been behind on videos. My lips were so swollen, I will insert a clip. It looked like I had bad lip filler. I had an allergic reaction, or just, you know, my lips were irritated. I exfoliated my lip, and then I ate apples, which are very acidic, and that was not a good combination for me. And I was like, if this is what I would look like with lip filler, I don't want it. And I'm never gonna get lip filler, by the way. But you know, this is basically what happens when you do let people do what they want, because they don't understand the consequences of messing with God's creation or just how they are naturally. So I have talked about this, and I'm going to continue to talk about it, because these trends are definitely influencing young women, of course. And there's also the normalization of cosmetic procedures that are at an all-time high, and basically how filler culture and facial tweaking is actually making girls look older instead of younger. It's almost like the beauty standard has become anxiety in a syringe. And I also want to be real about my own experiences and how beauty culture has impacted me, has impacted my confidence, and my view of what it means to age gracefully when we're all being told to fight against aging before it even starts, because that pressure is just that real. So I've broken this video down into 4 main talking points. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So my first talking point is the rise of beauty and the TikTok TikTokification of faces. Like, let's be honest, what Vanna looks like is not shocking because it's rare. It's shocking because we've seen this exact look before, right? We've seen it across Instagram, we've seen it across TikTok, we've seen it across YouTube. It's the Instagram face, the Beverly Hills Barbie, the Love Island aesthetic at this point. You know, plumped lips, snatched chin, high cheek filler, heavy tan, breast implants, possibly a BBL, a nose job that's been shaved down to a nub.
Hey y'all, it's Erica Page-Jar and your favorite nurse injector girly located here in Dallas, Texas, back with another celebrity before and after. This time I will be doing Miss Vanna from Love Island. This is a facial analysis from a nurse injector standpoint. I think one of the biggest questions with Vanna is not necessarily what all has she had done, but why does she look pre-age with everyone finding out that she's only 21. She's overfilled, y'all, and let me show y'all why I believe so. It seems as if Vanna kind of went to someone who unintentionally did not have her best interest at heart. I grabbed her before, I separated it to 3 equal parts, and you can see her face is really not off in terms of structure. My girl's face was pretty much balanced, and I wish she would have went to an injector that would have told her no. Let's take a look at her top to bottom. It does look as if she's done Botox, heavy Botox. She doesn't have much movement on the show. You can't really tell by this picture. Brow shaping, the shaping of your brows is very important, y'all. Her having those turned down brows is also causing her to look tight-eyed. Find you a good brow expert. Under eye filler and cheek filler, her lateral cheeks are too full. If these were her natural cheeks, they were already full enough. Her nose looks the same. Lips in the previous already kind of look full, but they're definitely overfilled now. She did not need her chin done, which is done and it's overextended. Like, why would an injector do this to this girl? Aside from fillers, sun exposure, skin texture, heavy foundation is probably aging her as well. Takeaway, she is a naturally pretty girl. Find you an injector who will only add what you need. If you're interested in Botox filler injectables, come and see me.
When you look at Kayla from last season, she fits the lip filler look. Even Janae from last season, to me, was very, very done up. Like, I could tell everything on her was very done up. So when it comes to social media, the girlies in our 20s, but those of y'all that are in your early 20s are really revving up this look. But now this look isn't just reserved for, you know, 35-year-olds or 40-year-olds or 50-plus-year-olds, right? Or just influencers or Bravo reality TV stars like Real Housewives of Atlanta and stuff like that. It's showing up in women barely out of high school. Like, Vanna just turned 22 and she already has the face of someone who's been tweaking herself for years. And people used to whisper about celebrities, you know, aging fast. Now we're watching regular girls basically skip their youth altogether. And there's no like awkward phase. There's no more awkward phase. There's no more growing into your features. There's no more figuring out what looks good on your face. Now you just go to some med spa and say, make me look like this TikTok filter, and it's just normalized, which is scary. And it's not just the rich girls anymore, okay? This stuff is accessible. There's payment plans, there's Instagram deals, there's cheap Groupon injectors. Beauty has become a fast food drive-through, if you ask me. You can literally get your lips done the same day you get your nails done. And because of that, there's now this urgency to fix things before they even become problems. And that's if there even is a problem, you know? Preventative Botox at 19 years old, chin filler at 20 years old. It's like everyone is trying to beat the clock on a face they haven't even lived in yet.
My first phone call I made before touching social media was to my mom. And she had said to me, maybe don't go online until you're home with me. I was like, wait, what? Why don't go online? So what do I do naturally? I go online. It was really, really hard when I was seeing all of it, and I was in the hotel room with Coco, and Coco was getting like a lot of love, but I was getting so much hate. I didn't want to pull her experience down, you know, so I was trying to like stay high-spirited because she doesn't know what I'm going through, you know. I had a moment where I just broke down crying, and I'm honestly so grateful for Coco that she was there because she sat and prayed over me. The more that I got on my phone, the more that I saw it, and even the texts that I was seeing were like, hey, congrats for like being on the show, but like I'm so sorry. Like as a girl, we're all, I don't want to say insecure, but we do have our little things that we think about ourselves and like that we see in ourselves. And all that, the things that these people were pointing out to me, like I never saw in myself. Like they're kind of pointing out like new insecurities, I guess. They're not like, I'm okay. Like I'm very secure in myself. And most of the things that people thought I got done, like my cheeks and my chin, my lips, I got my lips done, and I like my lips, but my cheeks and my chin I've had for life.
Born with it.
And people were saying like, overfilled. You guys, I was sleeping on a feather pillow. I was having an allergic reaction every single day.
Vanna looks amazing.
I feel like you get fake lips and they think everything on your face is fake.
Yeah.
And then you get of course, I got my boobs done. I'm just a girl.
Just girl.
And then, apparently to the people on media, I've been getting filler in my face since I was like 14. And my mom is my injector. What are you guys talking about? You guys, my mom's a stay-at-home mom, never had a job in her life.
Vanna claims that she doesn't have filler in her face, and that the reason why her face looks like that is because she was sleeping on a feather pillow every night in the villa. Vanna recently went on the Vile Files, and she answered all the questions that America wants to hear. And her answers literally shocked everyone. She explained that right when she got off the show, she got a bunch of text messages from her family and friends saying that they're sorry that she has to go through all of this, and her mom even told her not to look at social media until she got home. But unfortunately, she did look at her phone right after she got off the show, and Coco was the only one in her hotel room that could comfort her. She also talked about the fact that everyone's saying that she has all of this filler in her face, but she claims that she's never had filler in her cheeks or her chin. And she blames all of it on the fact that she had to sleep on a feather pillow while she was in the villa. I'm assuming that she's trying to say that she had an allergic reaction to the pillow and that's why her face did swell up like that. But let me know in the comments if you guys agree with this or if you think this is just a lie.
With Vanna, the signs of rushed and possibly cheap work are all over her face and body. The overfilled lips to the point where they look painful, right? The hard chin and narrow jaw from possibly Kybella or facial balancing. The very high, overly round breast implants, like nothing about her looks natural. And I don't know what her intention is, but I would think if you get work done, you want it to look natural. And to me, what's even worse is none of it looks her age. This is a 22-year-old woman, and it's not filler that's the issue. I've seen good filler be done, but it's the desperation behind it. Like when a 21-year-old is already a regular at a plastic surgeon's office, we need to really ask, what are we teaching girls about their value? This video is sponsored by Aura. Thank you to Aura for sponsoring today's video. Before we get into this video, I need to put y'all onto something real quick because I was genuinely shook. These are real sites selling my personal information. So my phone number, my old addresses, even stuff I don't remember signing up for. And what is worse is that they are making money off of it without my consent. That's why I had to bring in today's sponsor, Aura. So if you've ever wondered how scammers get your number or why your inbox is full of spam, it is because data brokers, which are companies that collect and sell your personal information to marketers and scammers and even stalkers, they are the reason. And they make it super hard to opt out of that on purpose. But Aura takes care of all of that. It automatically scrubs your personal information from these shady websites and keeps it off. I use it and I feel way more secure knowing my info is being monitored 24/7. But it's more than just data removal. Aura is all-in-one digital security. So real-time fraud alerts, dark web monitoring, VPN, antivirus, password manager, and up to $5 million in identity theft insurance. And yes, y'all, real people will be there to help you 24/7 if anything goes wrong. And honestly, you guys, it feels violating knowing people profit off of our data. But again, that is why I use Aura. So don't wait. Try Aura for free for 14 days at aura.com/Queen Chioma. That's me. And that is enough time for them to start removing your info without you doing a thing. I'm not leaving myself vulnerable and you shouldn't either. So thank you to Aura for sponsoring today's video. Now, moving on to point number 2, Vanna says all the girls in Utah look like this. So I wanted to talk about like the regional culture of overdone aesthetics. And I want to wake up that moment between Vanna and Ace. She told him, all the girls in Utah look like me. And I sat there for a second and I was like, that is not even a flex. Like that low-key is a warning sign.
Where you from?
Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City. You know, you're the first person I've ever met from Salt Lake City.
Really? There's like a Utah girl stereotype.
Really?
And
what's the stereotype?
You're looking at it. It's literally me.
And she said it with so much pride, almost like she was trying to sell the idea that being overly modified, overly tanned, overly dolled up was the standard of beauty. And maybe that is what it is where she's from. And even places like Miami, I see a lot of cosmetic surgery, even in LA. But I feel like Miami is a little worse than LA because everyone kind of flies to Miami to get this and that done. But let me know, for y'all that are, you know, white or black girls that are from Utah, let me know if this is the look, because I've never been there. But when did we get to a point where looking identical became the goal? Like, when did beauty become a mold that you have to fit into instead of something personal. That like Utah Barbie aesthetic, like, you know, the bleach blonde, overly tan, like I said, puffed up lips, huge boobs. It's not just played out, it is like mass produced from what I understand. Like this is the classic Playboy bunny to me. Like she'd be perfect for Playboy, but I highly do not recommend, girl. Do not go there. And I'm not saying that this look is even ugly. Like if it's genuinely your look and you feel good, do you. There are beautiful white women who are blonde, voluptuous, and look great, right? And that's their look. When an entire region of women are walking around looking like carbon copies of each other, to me, that's not empowerment, okay? That's kind of insecurity being passed around like a trend. And it's definitely all colors and all races of women. We talk about Los Angeles or Miami having these heavy plastic surgery cultures, but this is a Utah thing, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know, but I guess it's flying under the radar that teen girls in Salt Lake City are getting starter packs of filler like they're buying prom dresses. And that is very wild. I even scrolled back on Vanna's old post on Instagram and saw she had already altered her face as a teenager, okay? Teenager. That means either her parents co-signed it or she found a way around parental consent. And either way, it's still heartbreaking because essentially this is telling us that there are beauty standards embedded before adulthood.
Vanna on Love Island is the exact reason why we need to stop telling young women that Botox and filler is preventative. That bitch is 21. And I did some digging. I scrolled to the bottom of her TikTok. She started getting lip injections at the big age of 16, the little age of 16. Honestly, it looks like she was probably getting them before the age of 16. I get having insecurities. I have my own, don't get me wrong. But with age, they kind of go away. And if you're altering your face that much at such a young age, I don't even know what that does to your brain. Like, I don't even want to guess what that does to your brain. You're allowed to like looks max, like 100%. I think looking and feeling good is really important. But it gets to a part where like you're being a little bit delusional. You don't look good. And I know some bitch is going to comment that this is anti-women. What? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. It's damaging to young girls. And this is proof that our work as the older Gen Z, I'm literally a year older than her. Shut the fuck up. But like, this is proof that social media is damaging to the way that we view ourselves. And we think that our online presence is how we actually present in the real world. And Love Island is just proving that it's not. You guys, I'm sure, have seen all the memes of every bitch in the villa. Like, their lips are fucking duck lips, like whatever. Sierra's lips are duck lips. Iris doesn't even look that good. Like, all this shit. This is proof that, like, you don't need to be altering your appearance like you would have looked better before. Let yourself age naturally, and I promise you, you're gonna enjoy how you look as you age a little bit more. 17-year-old me, 22-year-old me, I like the way I look now. But if 18, 19-year-old me would have bought into the lie of Botox being preventative, which I almost did, I don't know where I'd be.
These girls are not experimenting with the cheap Ross or TJ Maxx makeup kits that we used to get. They're altering bone structure before college. And for Vanna to say all the girls in Utah look like this almost felt like a moment of like Stockholm syndrome, if we're being real. Like, it's like she doesn't even realize she's describing a cycle of conformity masked as confidence. And I don't think she's confident. And that right there is why this topic goes deeper than just looks. Moving on to point number 3, aging in reverse, but not in the way that you think about it. So let's get into how kind of like ironic all of this is, because all of these procedures are supposed to help women look younger, yet in many cases, especially this one, and especially when they're done in excess, they're doing the exact opposite. Vanna, again, just turned 22, but she looks older than I do, and I'm going to be 28 in the next week or so. And this is where I have to pause and reflect on my own insecurities too, because lately I've been noticing that pressure. I don't care how confident you are, these beauty standards definitely creep in. You start seeing all of these facial balancing TikToks and you start wondering if you look better with a smaller nose or a sharper chin or a different jawline. And it's definitely a slippery slope. And sometimes it's not even envy, it's just genuine curiosity. And that's what makes it dangerous. You see one before and after picture and suddenly your before doesn't look like you're enough. You're not even insecure for real, you're just exposed to too much. And I'm a very confident woman, but lately I've caught myself nitpicking features I never even cared about before. And I know I'm not alone, right? If I'm feeling this as a grown woman who's learned to love herself, imagine how fragile the self-image of a 19-year-old must be. When I look at at Vanna, I don't just see someone who had bad lip filler. I see someone who robbed herself of her youth, of softness, of innocence. Not because she's a bad person, she could be a cool chick, but because she was told that looking grown and looking desirable meant looking altered. And to me, the saddest part is that she probably won't know how damaging all of this is until years from now, until that filler starts to migrate, or until her skin stops bouncing back the same way. This is aging in reverse, but honestly, not in a good way. It's premature maturity, and we need to definitely keep talking about it. So my fourth point is the psychological toll of early enhancements and beauty obsessions. So again, this is bigger than just lip filler and boob jobs. This is about what happens to a woman's mind when she starts altering herself before she even knows who she is. At 22 years old, Vanna should be figuring out her career, exploring love, finding her hobbies, traveling, Instead, her entire identity, at least on TV and social media, seems very centered around being a dolled up Barbie. That's how she introduces herself. That's how she sells herself to men in particular. And that's honestly heartbreaking, because what does it say when your body is your whole personality? When your best quality, according to you, is your boobs? That is not empowerment. I believe that is what we call conditioning. And I think that's what happens when society tells girls that their worth starts and ends with how they look. And that isn't true. Even in her post-show interviews, you can tell there's a performance happening, right? That overly confident, I love how I look energy is almost like a shield against the backlash that she received.
And all the things that these people were pointing out to me, I never saw in myself. They're kind of pointing out new insecurities, I guess. They're not I'm okay. I'm very secure in myself.
But the truth is, if she really felt secure, she wouldn't be so overdone, right? And it's painful to watch, honestly, not because she's unattractive, but because you can feel that she doesn't think she's enough without all of it. And that goes for a lot of young women. The tan, the lashes, the implants, the lip plumper, it's like armor that she puts on every day just to feel worthy of attention. And we've all been there in some type of way, whether it's extreme or not, whether it's straightening your hair for a date or contouring your nose to make it look smaller or skipping a meal to fit into a dress. These are all acts of survival in a society that values appearance over essence. But now the survival mechanisms are surgical, okay? They're permanent, and that is terrifying, because what happens when you outgrow the identity that you paid thousands of dollars to build? We see a lot of people removing their implants and their fillers. I saw Jada Kingdom talk about this, and I'll insert that.
Dark side of fillers, but the shit migrates. You understand? Anywhere in your face where you put them, it migrates. It will move around, and sometimes it get really tough or whatever. Some people don't care. Some people keep getting them or whatever. That's a feeling business. Originally, I've never ever had a problem with my natural lips. I just did enough. Tried it. It was fun. Took them out. Okay. I'm a girl. I just want to be a girl. I want to try things. It's okay. It's not that deep. When I heard that you could get them removed, I'm like, okay, cool. I'll try it. All right, cool. It was cute. The lips looked good. They were fluffy. They were nice. Had its run. Okay. I shared to you guys that I took them out. Cool. Alright. Am I gonna get them again? I don't plan on getting them again. No, I don't. I can actually fold my lips now. People don't talk about this when you have... you could barely fold your lips, bro. You could barely fold your lips. It's crazy. It's actually... so satisfying, but it's okay. I can't bash it because I did it, but that's that.
So for many examples, people have gotten things done and it no longer matches the person that they are. Vanna is not a villain, okay? She's just kind of like a reflection or a mirror of how deeply this beauty game cuts people. And I hope we look at her story not to necessarily mock her, but to ask ourselves some hard questions about how far we're willing to go just for an illusion.
Do you not ever get filler or anything like that? I'm so against it, because this is the result of me having to dissolve my lips after getting filler, and I'm actually really scared. I've got to face the repercussions, but hopefully the next 2 days my lips will go down. But this is insane. They're huge. I'm actually shaking a bit. It's really scary.
So just my closing thoughts, this is not normal, okay? And it shouldn't be. And I want y'all to really take this in because Vanna is definitely not the only one. She's just a symbol of a much bigger issue. The Instagram girl factory is real. And I know it is dying out, but it's also still there. But it's pumping out young women who all look 10 years older than they are because they're chasing a look that was never meant for them in the first place. We saw this with Tatiana Chanel, who was dating rapper Boston Richie. This girl is 19 years old, but she looks like she could be closer to 30. I think a lot of this look is the big lips, the small waist, curvy bodies, and it's unachievable, it's unaffordable, and it's quite frankly unsustainable. So no, this isn't just about Vanna, but I think it's just the whole social media machine that teenage girls and young women are considering rhinoplasties and lip fillers and fat dissolving before they even know what their adult face looks like. And it's also the fact that insecurity is now $1 billion industry. I feel like overall aging is demonized and looking 21 at 21 is no longer enough. And I hope that we can keep having honest conversations about this. And I hope that more people can look at someone like Vanna, not just to clown her, but to also learn from her, to realize that beauty is not found in a needle and a scalpel, and that chasing that perfection too young might leave you looking older than you ever wanted to. So that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please let me know your commentary on my commentary down below. What do you think? What do you know? Let me know. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, Aura. If you guys want to be covered and protected online, definitely use my link, aura.com/Queen Chioma. Everything is pinned down below. As always, don't forget to follow me on all of my social media networks, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.
Juicy like a kiwi. Bars crazy way that they was telling me to free me. And yeah, he called me Chi-Chi. He grabbing on my Chi-Chi. Damn, what you mean with the team? Green, white, green. So I ride to the beat, oh yeah. And I shake on the beat, oh yeah. Few bands for a feature, so my money know they for ya.